You've adopted different speaking accents in different scenarios.
But they go to their local bodega.
Is there one that's real and one that's affected?
Zohran Mamdani is a bad dude. And I am telling you, if you are Jewish, because it starts with the Jews, but if you're anyone that is a freedom-loving person that wants law and order and doesn't want the ever-encroaching state and nonstop mob violence, you will have to leave New York City if this guy becomes mayor. Here he is talking about how Muslims belong in City Hall.
Alhamdulillah, there are 1 million Muslims in this city. 200,000 of us are registered to vote as Democrats. In the last election, only 7% of us voted. Now, I will not blame anyone because often it feels like there isn't much to vote for. But this June 24th, with early voting starting tomorrow, it is an opportunity. An opportunity for us to show that Muslims don't just belong in New York City, we also belong in City Hall.
Okay, to some extent, he's not wrong. I believe that any law-abiding legal citizen of the United States can hold any office that is possible. Now, his political beliefs are quite horrible, and it's not just as it pertains to Hamas and everything else. He wants to take over rent control from private people who are renting apartments. He is a socialist. He is a self-described democratic socialist. And as you know, they only say democratic socialist until they drop the Democrat part, and then they are just socialists. But everything about this guy is this ridiculously pandering, curated facade of a person. It's the same thing as AOC. Why is it that all the Democrats, and Kamala did this, and Obama used to do it, they all have different fake accents depending on who they're talking to? Here is Zohran being confronted on his use of fake accents. This is actually hilarious. Go.
Because I think that New Yorkers, more than they hate a politician they disagree with, they hate a politician they can't trust.
On the subject of trust, you've adopted different speaking accents in different scenarios.
But they go to their local bodega.
Is there one that's real and one that's affected?
What I would say is, as any immigrant knows, having been born in Kampala, Uganda, and then raised in South Africa and moving here when I'm 7 years old, is there are different parts of my life.
A worldwide tour is a worldwide tour is a worldwide tour.
Mamdani was talking about a worldwide press tour back when he was a rapper.
Bring the flavor to the fish, bring the flavor to the rice.
In a Disney movie directed by his mother.
Nepotism and hard work goes a long way. Here in New York City, this is how I speak, this is how I am.
Do you believe in the First Amendment, Tom Homan?
Deeply inauthentic, pure radical, fake accent. You know, it's funny, when the India-Pakistan thing was happening a couple of weeks ago, I was doing the Indian accent a couple of times, but I was doing it to illustrate a point and be funny in a situation that maybe wasn't so funny. I wasn't pretending that's the way I speak so it would identify with more Indian viewers. And we do have a lot of Indian viewers. I think the fourth biggest country of our viewership is Indian.